cursed by the Maker.
Those who bring ham? And the Maker does not bread sinners.
Oh, would you stop correcting me? I know the chant like the back of my hand.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and He is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
What, no mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
The one who repents, who has faith unshaken by the darkness of the world, and roasts not, nor gloats over the misfortunes of the weak, but takes delight in the Maker's law and creations.
Boasts. It's boasts, sister, not roasts.
She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction. The light shall lead her safely through the paths of this world and into the next.
Peace, sister, peace. She shall know the peace of the Maker's benediction.
The veil holds no uncertainty for her, and she will know no fear of death, for the Maker shall be her beacon and her shield, her foundation and her...
There's no veal in the chant. You're doing this on purpose, aren't you?
Oh, it's not an interruption, dear. We were just finishing up before mealtime. What can I do for you? Praying for the good people of Denerim who've lost loved ones at Ostagar. It's usual to recite a stanza from Transfigurations when you pray for the departed.
It's usual to recite the stanza correctly.
But that's what I said.
Andraste, deliver us, if her grace were to hear this.
I wouldn't mess up the words if you wouldn't keep interrupting me. Grand Cleric Elomena understands the importance of concentration, you know.
Her grace, may the Maker bless her heart, lost her hearing 20 years ago. If she doesn't catch your blasphemous mistakes, it's because she didn't hear them.
Tell you about the chant? What? As if it's a cake you might buy? Well, it's done enough, but a little too much nutmeg for my taste.
Sister, instructing the ignorant is a sacred duty of the chantry.
Fine, then. What do you want to know? Oh, there are some very stirring canticles about doom and wrath.
Darkspawn were created by mankind's second sin, pride. Arrogance became a great caged beast in the lands of Tevinter, an emptiness that consumed all and could never be filled. To satisfy its hunger, the mage lords assaulted the Golden City, heart of all creation, to take the Maker's power for themselves.
Why does no one ever sing the good stanzas during chantry services anymore? They speak them. It's called the chant of light, not the speech of light.
Sister, would you kindly stop messing up the chant?
See how you like being interrupted.
Well, you get the general idea, I'm sure.
It's the 10th stanza from the Transfigurations. Lovely canticle, that one. Oh, you should have heard Brother Caedmon sing it, though. He had a voice like a bucket full of toads. Revered Mother Boanne, bless her heart, always said, if we had more voices like his, the Maker couldn't fail to take note of us. It was tragic, really. Such a surprise.
We don't speak of that.
He was in charge of the lyrium storehouse. It wasn't good for him, you see. He took off all his clothes in the middle of the chant one summer day and ran into the street. He tripped and fell into the vat of elderberry wine for the feast and drowned. We were 6 days drying him out for his cremation. He looked like a pickled egg. So tragic. It is almost mealtime, isn't it?
Blessings of the Maker and of Andraste, his bride, upon you.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our Maker. They are sinners who have given their love to false gods.
Strange that matters can be so tumultuous and yet the day still be so bright. Oh, my pardon, just thinking aloud. Are you here for the Chanter's Board? I am Sister Justine, curator of the reliquary of this chantry. And pride again. It is hard to live up to the example of Andraste. The archivist tends the books, and I tend the sacred relics. I also search for more to add to our collection, which is more difficult than it sounds. My thought exactly, but I'm perpetually amazed at how quickly people accept fantastic claims at face value. A hawker on the street will claim to have an actual finger bone of Andraste. In this city alone, you could make the skeleton of 10 prophets from fingers alone. Curators often accept them as genuine. I worry about the authenticity of even our most holy artifacts. When I was a curator of a much smaller chantry in Orlais, I thought that false relics slipped through because of laziness. But the life of the cloth is never an easy one, and that explanation always seemed hollow to me. Now I believe it's the seduction of the divine. We all want a personal connection to the Maker. We want to believe that what we hold in our hands is the actual sandal that slipped from Andraste's foot before the fires consumed her. Faith is of the heart, not of the head. When the heart is ungoverned by reason, charlatans have powerful tools to deceive. And often close to heretical. But I believe that the truth only increases the awe of the Maker and his prophet, not demean it. Even false symbols have the power to inspire, but it seems every year we fall more out of touch with the real Andraste. Certainly, my research indicates that all of the ashes were gathered into a pot or urn, but it's been lost for centuries. That doesn't stop hawkers from selling pinches of the ashes of Andraste to gullible pilgrims. The real ashes may still be hidden somewhere, though it's possible the urn broke. Well, there's one that might be real. I couldn't prove it wasn't. Perhaps you can understand my skepticism. So many claims, so few truths. You've shown admirable patience listening to my diatribe before. I will not bore you again. Suffice it to say, I look for and authenticate holy relics for the chantry. Of course, enjoy your visit to the chantry.
No mention of dessert. Surely this is a miracle.
In the name of Andraste, bride of the Maker, be welcome in this house. While the cathedral is closed, if you need to make wedding or funeral arrangements, you'll have to talk to Sister Olma.
Did someone die? I remember a funeral.
King Kalen died, remember? Along with most of the army at Ostagar? Maker guide them all.
That which you fear, living in the shadow of death alone, I have seen it is only a cloud passing before the sun.
The death toll at Ostagar was staggering. We've had a funeral every day for a lost son or daughter of Denerim, and we've many more yet to hold.
Are they singing the chant now? It's a funeral, isn't it?
He should have retired to Valroyo years ago, but he wanted to stay and serve the remainder of his days in his homeland. It's the lyrium that does this. He wouldn't be a Templar anymore.
Blessed are they who stand before the corrupt and the wicked and do not falter.
He doesn't forget who he is, even if he can't remember anything else. May the light of the Maker guide your steps.
Magic exists to serve man and never to rule over it. Foul and corrupt are they who have taken his gift and turned it against his children.
They shall be named Maleficent, a curse of yours. They shall find...
Hello there, Warden. I'm a friend. I've heard you're putting up the good fight against Loghain and Howe, right? Good for you. Make us spit on all those arrogant noble bastards. I've also heard you have certain skills. Skills of the street, you might say. No judgments here, mate. I want to help you. You're a noble. I didn't know that. But you're a warden, and my hope is you'll help us little fellas out. Your likeness has been shown to some of the guards. Managed to get a peek at it myself. The name is Slim Cauldry, and if you've heard of me, I've been doing a sad job of it, haven't I? I hear a great many things, and for those who view certain pesky laws as mere nuisances, there's some ripe fruit to be plucked out there. I can point the way. All I ask is for a little slice for myself. My share goes to a good cause. The poor. My family. I've got 15 cousins. 15! Can you imagine? My uncle must walk around with a permanent bulge. It's disturbing, that is. Well, one of my mates noticed your skills. Nice piece of work, that. Uncommon caliber, if you don't mind me saying. But I need to know what else you can do. Ever done bump and grabs? Do much blending in shadows? Different opportunities for different folk, you know. Oh, you're multi-talented, are you? Don't get much of that in these parts. Since the guard'll hang or skewer you if you get caught, it makes advancement dicey. Now that we have that settled, just ask away. One point. I don't like blood much. Call me old-fashioned, but the Maker says thou shalt not strangle, decapitate or whatnot unless the other fellow really had it coming, eh? I realise sometimes you do what you have to, but restrained, right? So, what are you interested in? I've got one. Should be easy pickings. 50 silver. A lady's maid is in the marketplace. She's wearing bright green. Should be easy to spot. She's got a purse with some of her mistress's ill-gotten gems. Just relieve her of her purse, and then we both come out ahead. Good luck, Warden.
Turn your attention elsewhere. My business does not concern you. Thank you and farewell.
As you desire. And so I shall.
What is it? I have work to do. What does it say? Ah, I knew this would happen. Just when I was starting to get good. Well, thanks, I guess.
Good day. The market is busy, is it not? Come, rest here. I have the finest selection of flowers and Orlesian-scented oils in all of Denerim. For you, perhaps? The oils are very relaxing in baths, no? I am from Orlais. You've heard of us, no? Your Denerim is a fine city, but I miss my Varroyo. She's quite beautiful this time of year. What I miss most are the clothes. The avenue of flowers this time of year has so many colors. And the skirts. Fine wools, cloths. Many only the noble-born can afford. Ferelden is more muted. Its fashion's quite old. But I like the people of this city very much. Orlais has many good things. But it is sometimes not so good to be common. My brother had trouble with a chevalier and we departed shortly after. You know so little of Orlais here. The chevaliers are knights of the highest order. They are the most skilled in the world. Their discipline, formidable. For their service, they're allowed privileges. They can do whatever they want to the lesser born. A chevalier took an interest in me. It was his right, but it was unwelcome. Incensed, my brother hit him over the head with a pot. Such a thing is almost treason. We left that very night and came here. That and more. Some revere them for their skill and their high service, but others tread lightly. As lightly as the mouse in the cat's den. If you will excuse me, I feel a touch lightheaded.
Good to see you again.
Lovely.
My client appreciates your generosity.
I've my eye on you.
You here to report another crime? I swear we should just cordon off the entire district. Oh, can I help you, Warden? Your likeness was passed around to the senior guardsman at the palace. I must say, the sketch didn't do you much justice. Don't worry, even if I believed the official story of what happened at Ostgar, I'm no fool. If I asked my men to apprehend you, they'd all run and cry big sobby tears in their courtesans' bosoms and leave me all alone to be skewered. Don't disturb the peace in the market, and that's well enough for me. The lower market isn't deemed important by the captain of the guard, even less with Arl Howe in charge. So when I finally get the new men I request, I get the delightful surprise of discovering their Lord Such-and-Such's illegitimate, untrained, moronic whelps. But lords keep sending me more of them. It's decent pay, no expectations, a uniform. So I have a legion of bastards to protect the market from pickpockets, stabbings, and whatnot, and All Howe's specially picked men are the worst of the lot. With the bastards, I just have to worry about dicing, the odd bit of drool, or yelling at them too loudly and hurting their poor feelings, and then getting chewed out by their noble fathers. But I swear, the Arl's men are more criminal than the miscreants we occasionally arrest. Some of them are the criminals we have to arrest. So if your lifeblood isn't draining in the gutters as we speak, don't bother reporting it. What? You're serious? I mean, yes, I could use help. I've got a pretty popular, establishment that's crawling with mercenaries. If I send my boys in, someone might get, maker forbid, hurt, and I'll have to explain to their noble fathers that being a guard is actually dangerous. The name of the whorehouse is the Pearl. Beat down any mercenaries that are out of line and send them a message. I said beat down, not kill. Let me make that really clear. Not on fire, or exploded, or make a nose, whatever type of grisly death you can dream up. Sorry. Used to giving orders to my boys. Just leave them breathing and I'll be happy. Thank you, Warden. Happy hunting.
Of course.
If you have coin, welcome to our shop. If not, move along. Too many refugees blocking customers. I didn't think so, sir. Too much flesh on the bones. You walk tall, proud, not hunched. Sad times in Ferelden. Better trade cities to the north, but plenty good trade here. Now with war and blight, business is bad.
Another visitor, the Maestro. Enjoy browsing my wares. Master Trader Ignacio, at your service, good sir. My cousin and I have trade connections all along the seaways. We have furniture, silks, carvings, and much more. Caesar handles the trade stock, I handle other affairs. No, I am not. I am a trader at heart. My home is the road. But I was born past the waking sea in Antiva. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was. On the docks of Rialto, life is cheap. As cheap as the dockside ale and the soiled whores. You can live a longer life out here. And a wise man can make a comfortable fortune in time. Straightforward, predictable danger is refreshing to me. Any moment in Rialto the streets can run red, and often do. I'd take Darkspawn any day. At least you can see them coming. No. Not yet. Perhaps one day. It has been many, many years since I have seen her. But the road is a better mistress than my home city ever was. Luck be to you, Warden.
Good day.
You're back, eh? One lady's maid groped and pilfered. At least that's how I'd like to imagine it happened. You want something else? I got one. Better than the last. 1 sovereign. I thought you might like this one. Sir Nancine has a fancy and expensive sword. Paid for courtesy of her oppressive taxes on her lands. She's going to be at the wonders of Thedas soon, no doubt figuring new ways to kick her peasants where it hurts. This swipe will be tougher. She's got good eyes, and stealing a sword from a scabbard isn't easy. If you can blend in shadows, that might help. Good hunting to you, Warden.
Dwarven crafts. Fine dwarven crafts. Direct from Orzammar. You won't find better. Dwarven crafts. Welcome, welcome. We sell only the strongest dwarven steel, folded over 100 times in the forges of Orzammar. In times like this, surely your group could use some extra protection on the road. I'll answer what I can, but my policy is not to sell things that don't belong to me. It's the capital of Ferelden, so naturally the Queen and Regent are at the top. But the man who seems to be running the city guard is the new Arl Rendon Howe. Came in from somewhere up north. The Landsmeet's the big news. Every dusty noble estate in Denerim is airing its sheets, waiting for the Lord to ride into town. Anytime, my friend.
I recognize you. From Ostagar. Andraste's blood. You're a Grey Warden. Duncan's apprentice. You killed my friend. And good King Cailan. I demand satisfaction, sir. Pardon me, sir. You must think I'm a fool. You really do look like... too much ale. Yes, too much. Excuse me.
So, what does your uncle say? Is he doing what you said?
Shh! Not so loud.
So who's listening? I don't see any soldiers around, do you? I'm tired of whispering.
Look, I'll tell you about it later. Not while you're yelling about, that's for sure. Maker's blessing to you.
Best be careful. Darkspawn are coming.
Shall we go?
Of course.
Message for you, milady. More things to deliver. Goodbye.
By order of the new Earl of Denerim, no one is to enter the alienage. There's been an elven uprising. Nightfears even have the gall to attack the Earl's only son. Killed him in cold blood. With the whole Urian family dead, the regent appointed Rendon Howe of Amaranthine the new Earl of Denerim. First thing he did was lead a purge of the alienage. It's a mess in there. When things are put back in order, the gates will be reopened. Now on your way.
Hey, the wonders of Thedas. Our Lehman once bought me a miniature Gollum doll here, when I was young. Really young.
Yes, make it quick. Strange. Let's see this. I knew it! I gave that man the best 7 weeks of my life. Well, I guess he won't have me to push around anymore. Ha!
Tis all junk, just as I... Is that an authentic chastened tribal fertility carving? This weather is miserable.
As you desire. They won't hear a thing.
You're back, eh? Once Sir Nancine realises she's robbed, I bet she'll be furious. That's delicious. Truly well done. You have time for another? I'm glad you asked. It'll cost you 3 sovereigns. We're not stealing from a lass this time. We're stealing from Ban Derby. Master Tilver, the Ban silversmith, has been on holiday for the past couple of weeks, but he's in town for the day. All of his valuable, expensive goods are locked up tight, but he has the key. He's got 2 guards with him, not the cheap kind either. If you can get by them, you should be good. Luck to you, Warden. You're back, eh? No luck yet, eh? Keep trying. Right you are.
How long are we going to wait?
You get paid either way.
The tart's not going to show.
The whore is not our problem.
Right.
Get back to your position.
Street toughs won't do anything with us here.
That wasn't a request.
Yes.
They won't hear a thing.
A little something extra. For friendship.
Master Tilver is busy. Sorry.
You're back, eh? So you've struck again, eh? Ban Derby will be foaming at the mouth. I bet all of those rich louts will be afraid to go out. I'm not sure if I have anything else handy. I'm lining something up. The bleeding perfect mark. It'll be your greatest crime yet. But so far, the opportunity hasn't presented itself. If I find a way, I'll let you know. Maybe do something else in the city. Get a drink, visit a brothel, whatever Grey Wardens do to pass the time. Good to see you, Warden. Fighting the good fight, eh? I've got a place for you. It should be easy money for you. It'll cost 1 sovereign, though. Lady Sophie is an intimate of Al Hal. Real intimate. She's visiting the country, because that's what rich folk do when the whole bloody kingdom's in danger. Sorry, they just get me so angry. Her room in the Nord Noble Tavern is unattended. That means her valuables are just there for the taking. You've got the tavern staff to worry about, plus she has hired a guard. A very overworked, tired and bored guard, though. Just be careful and you should be fine. Good luck.
Look at what that woman's wearing. Is she drunk, or does she just have bad taste?
Busy day today.
Now we drink more!
Of course.
I'm a Crimson Ore. Which way you looking, or we'll rip your damned eyes out and piss in your skull! Another round for me men!
Don't even think you can spill that and leave it for me to clean.
Now we drink more!
Maker's blessings upon you, Warden.
My cousin was sent to Ostagar before the battle. I hope he's all right.
What can I get you, stranger? Right, I'll show you around. What can I get you, stranger? There's news come out of Redcliffe at last. Seems that Arl Eamon has come down with some deadly sickness, probably the blight, and he may even die. If he does, that probably means no one else can stand up to Tyrn Logain in the Landsmeet. Rather fortunate turn for Tyrn, no? Anything else you need? What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger? What can I get you, stranger?
And so I shall.
My shift's nearly over. Thank Andraste.
I imagine you have already composed a suitable ballad to commemorate the events at Redcliffe, Leliana.
Why would I do such a thing?
You have taken up your instruments once again, have you not? So to speak. A bard takes events of great import and puts them to tale.
What happened at Redcliffe was horrible. So many people died, and they were violated by unimaginable evil forces.
That was not so difficult, was it? You may wish to add music, however.
You make it sound as if you enjoyed what happened there. I can barely stomach to think of it.
But we were successful in the end. Victory without cost has little worth.
I just think of what that poor little boy went through. No, I don't want to glorify what happened there.
Then who will learn from these events? I would think on it some more, were I you.
Of course. As you desire.
You hear about a note? Maybe we have some things we can talk about. You are of great interest to me. Who do you blame for a death? The sword or the swordsman? Crows are swords, instruments used by someone else for their own reasons. So, one of our swords is hired out. He and his employees will do their job or die trying, but the crows as a whole have no bias. I can't stress enough that I wasn't hired to do anything. An associate was, and he's failed. And failed badly. A client can always hire more help if the job isn't done the first time. But I am hoping we can make sure that doesn't happen. A man's word is vital in any profession, especially delicate ones. Something like that. Ferelden is a busy place. Blight, civil war, other mayhem. Lots of people not getting along. Sometimes they really don't get along. Maybe want to do something about it. The people that handle that sort of thing can get real busy. It takes time to do a good job. Pride in your work and all, but customers have expectations. Not many people to turn to if you're short-staffed in some lines of work. So, someone that's crossed our path and lived, well, maybe they could help out. Make some coin. Everyone wins. I hand you a scroll. You read it, you learn about someone interesting. If you find out something happens to him, something unfortunate, then if we talk again, I give you money for letting me know. You don't like what's on the scroll, don't do anything. Maybe he has an accident and someone else tells me all about it. That I cannot do. One master has a contract on you. But if you help us out, maybe if that master asks for help, he'll just get silence, yes? There you go. Makes for fine reading. If that's all, luck be to you.
Hey! What are you doing?
Cleaning?
This is Lady Sophie's room. You're right. She has this coming. Just be quick. I don't want someone else coming in on you.
And so I shall.
Warden, rumours are flying about the break-in at the Nord Noble Tavern, and for some odd reason, no one feels too sorry for that milk cow, Lady Sophie. Ha! You interested in more? I have a big opportunity for you. 4 sovereigns. Arl Howe uses a warehouse in the market district from time to time. Word is, the Arl's been dipping into the city's treasury and discreetly moving silver bars to his estate in Highever. There's a fortune in that warehouse right now, and if you succeed here, Arl Howe gets a big black eye. But guards will be everywhere, not those half-assed dock guardsmen either. Generally, I'm opposed to killing, but these are the Arl's hand-picked hatchet men, and stealth's not really an option. So, good luck. I'm rooting for you.
Well, all right.
Now we get our hands.
I can't go on at this absurd pace! Enough! I can't keep on like this! I don't want to die! Oh, is that?
Let's make this quick! Take that! Die already! And that too!
Why does that always happen to me? Well, all right. Of course. As you desire. Well, all right.
I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal. I won't take the blame for this one. This was bad from the start. No way he was here to deal. Thanks. I ain't sticking around to see how this turns out.
Warden, they're turning the market upside down to find the burglar who bested All How, but no one's the wiser. I'm going to work hard to find something worthy of your talent. You need anything else? I'm following up a lead in the Palace District. I know you can't get in now, but you never know. If it all works out, it'll make you a legend.
Those who bring ham. And the Maker does not bread sinners.
Oh, would you stop correcting me? I know the chance of the sacrifice.
And so I shall. Well, all right.
All men are the work of our Maker.
He came at me! It's not my fault! Why'd he come at me? Yeah, they got to learn not to mess with me. Us, right? I mean, he's just going to disappear, right?
Well, all right.
Magic exists to serve man and never.
And so I shall.
All men are the work of our Maker's hand, from the lowest slave to the highest.
Yes?
I hope you like heroes, my lady, because your husband died like one.
I feared this day would come.
Welcome, friends. Welcome to Wade's Emporium. We have the finest armors in Denerim, maybe in all of Ferelden. How may we assist you? The city is full to bursting. With people from the country coming, trade is thriving. Especially those that deal in weapons and armor. Master Wade is especially in demand. You're obviously not from around here. Wade is possibly the most brilliant armorsmith in all of Ferelden.
That's not true, Herin. The dwarves of Orzammar make the finest armors around. These piles of rust droppings you force me to make are worthless compared to their work. You never let me have the time, the materials to make something special.
Customers expect their armor in a timely fashion, not years late like the last time.
That happened once, just once, and you never let it drop. I am.
Wade owns the Emporium, but without expert assistance and, well, prodding, let's just say the Emporium has improved substantially with our partnership.
But I do miss the good old days. I could really take my time to make quality.
Oh, by all means, you can return to them. And to the gruel you used to fancy.
No. Sorry, Herin.
Come again.
Herin, the bloody customers are bothering me again. What do I pay you for, anyhow?
Sorry. Wade is a genius. Truly, you will be astonished by his work. But he doesn't deal with customers. If you need anything, please ask me.
And tell her I don't want her looking over my shoulders making doe eyes at me either. I'm thinking, blast it all.
Truly sorry, sire.
As you desire.
So, you met this sibling of yours?
Half-sister, but yes.
And she turned out to be an insufferable hag?
You'd have liked her. You two have a lot in common.
And you let her berate you without punishment?
It's moments like this when I truly appreciate the difference between you and me.
It is moments like this when I truly wonder at the difference between you and a toadstool.
As there is but one world, one life, one breath.
Lovely. Of course.
Get your horses off Ben Talman's land. We won't bend needle again.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
In the memory!
You're wearing. It really suits you.
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
Well, all right.
Thank you. I didn't expect the band's men to notice my escape so quickly. I tried to hide here in the woods, but there wasn't time. And now I'm a dead man. You were there in Ostagar. You know how things went. For me, it was either this, or die in some darkspawn's belly, or be hung as a deserter. You were there with the Grey Wardens, one of Duncan's new recruits. I was to guard the king. He was my friend, understand? Maker. All that time in Ban Loren's prison. And I couldn't stop thinking about all they suffered that one dark night at Ostagar. I know. Even had Logain's men not turned their backs on us, the Darkspawn were too many. Even Cailan, for all his bravado, knew there would be no victory at Ostagar. The king entrusted me with the key to the royal arms chest. If anything were to happen to him, he said, it was vital I deliver it to the Wardens. He didn't get the chance. Duncan was so busy with the new recruits and keeping Logain at bay. Whatever his reasoning, it's me Cailan entrusted it to. The Maker has a sense of humour, doesn't he? I suppose it's for the best, however. Had I kept it, it would be in Ban Loren's hands by now.
Why am I not surprised? Is there someone else we should be bringing back from the brink of death instead?
I was afraid. I thought I would lose it on the battlefield, so I stashed it in the camp. Please, it's probably still there. If anyone can, it's you, Grey Warden. Ostagar's probably crawling with Darkspawn by now, and I'm afraid I would not make the journey. The key's behind a loose stone at the base of a statue. I'll draw a map for you, so you'll know where to search.
You'll be taking me along, won't you? And win as well, I suspect. Call me sentimental, but we left behind some Darkspawn that really deserve a drubbing.
It is vital that the king's documents do not fall into the wrong hands. As for Marik's sword, it is too powerful to be pawed at by those monsters. Same for the king's other arms and armor. And if you happen to find Cailan's body, see it off. He was our king. He shouldn't be left to rot amidst the Darkspawn's filth.
Well, all right. As you desire. Of course.